In this morning's Health Watch, shedding for the wedding. Even Prince William and Kate Middleton reportedly are trimming down and toning up before their big day. So if you want to drop a few pounds for an upcoming wedding or maybe a graduation or some other big event, registered dietitian Cynthia Sass is here to show us how. She's the author of Cinch, Conquer Cravings, Drop Pounds, and Lose Inches. Great to have you with us, Cynthia.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning to you as well. And I think if you've heard it once, you've heard it a million times. Crash diets don't work, but why is it that they fail?
Going on a crazy crash diet before a big event is actually the best way to look your absolute worst. Because number one, you can lose muscle mass. You're going to get thinner but flabby. No one wants that. It can also cause your hair and skin to look very dull and dry, so you're not going to look your best. And then it can also weaken your immune system. So if you're prone to cold sores, those can pop up, or just catching a cold or flu, so you're going to have a bright red nose on the day of the event. So stay away from those crazy crash diets.
Good to know. So you're here with the tips, the alternatives that are actually going to work for you.
Yes.
And we're starting a month out. So what do you want to do a month out?
So the number one thing you can do is get rid of the liquid calories. We don't really think of them as food, but they can really snowball. So for example, if you just got rid of one 20-ounce bottle of, let's say, cola or sweet tea a day, in 30 days' time, that adds up to about 2,000 jelly beans worth of sugar that you don't even think about.
2,000?
Yes.
And what kind of weight are we talking about with those 2,000 jelly beans?
Well, it actually could be a difference between a whole dress size.
Wow.
Just getting rid of that one thing. So stick with water, unsweetened tea, and if you have to have your morning cup of java, just put some skim milk, a little bit of sugar in the raw, and if you add something like cinnamon or nutmeg, that will help curb your sweet tooth, so you won't have to add as much sugar, and it gives you a lot of flavor and aroma too.
That's good to hear. I don't think I could start the day without coffee.
Yeah, me too.
As far as the food intake goes, you recommend something more balanced.
You know what? Your eyeballs are going to be one of your best assets here because you can visualize your portions and your proportions. So when you're looking at your lunch and dinner plate, literally 50% of it should be covered with vegetables, about a quarter with some kind of whole grain, and a quarter with lean protein. And if you have some sort of healthy plant-based fat in there, like extra virgin olive oil, you cannot go wrong with this proportion. It will help get you more fiber, a good amount of protein and carbs to kind of keep your blood sugar level so you stay in a good mood as you're planning your big event, and you won't go wrong with the calorie level as well. And then for breakfast, same exact thing, but just swap out the vegetables for fruit, and make sure you always eat breakfast. A lot of brides or people getting ready for a big event, they start to skip meals. It's one of the worst things that you can do because it will slow down your metabolism and make it harder to lose those pounds.
And all of a sudden you start binging because you put something out, and instead of having just a normal diet along the way. A week in advance, you have some other tips.
Yes. You want to get rid of the bloaters, okay? So drinking through a straw, drinking carbonated beverages, chewing gum, using artificial sweeteners, all of these things cause you to trap more air in your digestive system, which can really swell like a balloon. So it can really make you bloated, give you that little paunch that you don't want. If you want a nice flat tummy, eliminate these. Again, stick with the water. And then you want to eat smaller, more frequent meals, but think more compact nutrition. So go with something like dried fruit or maybe a little mini baby bell of cheese instead of larger portions. It'll take up less space in your stomach. Keep it nice and trim.
Day of, let's say it's a wedding, what do you do?
Okay, don't skip breakfast because that's one of the worst things that you can do in terms of your mood and your energy level, but you want to eat some combination of carbs, protein, and good fat, whole grain toast with avocado, maybe with an egg, a little bit of juice. But on the day of the event, we all know we're going to celebrate. Before you have that champagne, put some sort of protein in your stomach.
Protein in the stomach.
That's right, because if you don't, that's going to hit your brain. Within 5 minutes, you're going to be tipsy.
Good to know. Cynthia Sass, thanks so much.